All right. So I think we're live, right? Here we are. All right. What's going on, everyone? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs. Welcome. It is Friday, the 20th of January, 2023. And today we're gonna do a live stream, and we're gonna make a flower power poster today using Kittl. So if you do not know what Kittl is essentially a design tool that's web-based, so it's not software on your computer, so you don't have to download anything in order to use it. And the cool thing about Kittl is that it comes with a lot of very aesthetically pleasing pre-made assets that you can use in your designs. So if you compare that to Photoshop, of course, if you use assets, you either have to build your own asset library, buy asset packs, or make everything on your own. And the cool part about Kittl is that you don't have to do any of that. You don't even have to download anything. You can just use Kittl and get to work. So what I'm gonna do is essentially create a flower power poster today, and I'm gonna show you my screen, but it's a little bit too small. So let me just fit that right up so you can see pretty much my whole screen. This is an old live stream layout, as you can probably see, which is also the reason why it's kind of cut off. I probably need to fix it somewhere in the future. Anyways, so what's up, people in the chat right now? How are you all doing? I hope you had a great week. Tell me about your week. How was it? Did you do any work? Did you go to school? Yeah, what did you do in the past week? Let me know. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start a new project on Kittl. New project, opens up the editor. So we're gonna pick a size here, and I think what we're gonna do is with these presets here. And I'm not like someone that works in inches or whatever this measurement is, because I am a Dutch person, and you can probably hear that by my accent. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is grab an A4 size, and we'll do 300 dpi, and click on create. So now we have a canvas saved up with some cool, with the right sizes, I guess. So what we're gonna do first is do a little bit of research. So I'm gonna open up Pinterest, if it loads, and click on flower power poster or something. So yeah, this is basically the aesthetic that we're gonna go for, the late hippie style, I guess. So something that you can really see is the really stylized text, very typical typography, with a lot of stylization as well, a lot of outlines, a lot of drop shadows, stuff like that. So that's something we're going to take into account, and also very colorful background layers, I guess. So yeah, this is the aesthetic that we're going to go for, which you probably already saw that by the thumbnail. So yeah, let's open up this real quick. What's up, Noise Mafia? How are you doing, man? Doing things for school? Grades for the semester are closing. So you're almost finished anything, right? Because the semester here in the Netherlands usually ends at the end of January, and then starts again at February. I have a question, by the way. Is my background music too loud or not? Curious. Anyways. So the cool thing is you can just click on designs here, and this is essentially where you get a lot of pre-made designs where you can choose from. As you can see, there's also a Y2K category. I did a video on this if you want to get into that, but today we're going to focus on the flower power poster. So essentially what we can do is go to elements, and here in the elements we have basic shapes, panels, ornaments, stuff like that. And let's see, what do we want to do? You can also upload your own stuff, of course. So under abstract, illustrations, I think we have these vintage flowers, which are also really cool. I want to do something with that, because I think we're going to do 2 posters today or something. We have the hand-drawn flowers, but there's also flower power, which is really nice. So essentially this is the aesthetic that we want to go for, with I think the hippie vibe. So what I'm going to do is drag in a couple of mushrooms, And the cool part about this is that you can change the color of these, so that's really helpful. Should we do flower as well? Probably. Alright, do this mushroom as well. So we're gonna change the colors on these as well in a bit. For now, okay, we also have the photos, but I don't think we're gonna use photos in this poster, because if we look at the references, there's not a lot of photos going on, more like illustration stuff. Anyway, so let's just browse everything and see if we can find something that's like interesting to us. And keep in mind that we can usually customize all of the colors in these elements. Speech bubbles. Maybe like a gradient. Is there gradients appearing in this? Well, here, but that's more like an overlay. Okay, let's just maybe go with like a basic shape with a background or something. So let's just drag in this. And scale it to fit our whole medium. And let's open up the layer menu. Oh, I don't actually need it to do that. I think I can just change the background color as well. So let's just do that. So I think we're gonna go for like this, like soft orange, maybe saturate it a little bit more, like that. See if we have some basic shapes that we can put in there. Let's see. Let's drag in this one. Let's bring this to the background. I think this should be like a more yellowish color, something like this. So we can also add a border to this, which is I think a nice touch, because we drag it out like this, then we have like 2 layers of colors to choose from. So maybe we'll do this like in the midway, something like this. I think this kind of works, right? This is a little bit too dark, I think. Let's go back to this one. So now let's see if let's lock like the background, so we don't have to move that anymore. And now I kind of want to do like a layer of different like illustrations at the bottom here, similar to something that I saw on Pinterest just now. Not sure where it was, but we'll manage. So one thing I want to kind of make sure of is that all the stroke colors are kind of like the same. And we can duplicate these a little bit more later onward, I think. But for now, let's see. I kind of want to go towards like a purplish vibe. So. More like this. I do like I kind of like the green, but maybe like fits in a little bit better if we pick blue. And then the orange. So let's see. I can recolor some of these as well. So the blue, darker blue lines, let's pick that blue. It's popping up here, and then the green can be like this, and then this can be the lighter. So now they kind of look like similar like what are they called? Mushrooms. So yeah, let's do the same thing to this one, so they will all stand out of the background a little bit better. Maybe give this blue. Okay, I kind of want to have this focus a little bit more on the blue, and then like the stem can be purple, so we have a little bit more variation in the foreground, I guess. I really like how easy it is to recolor things in here. Maybe this one darker a little bit. Yeah, so we have like kind of like an inverted thing going on. So what I kind of want to do is duplicate these a couple of ways. So we rotate them a little bit. We can flip them and then like just make a whole foreground with differently colored mushrooms. So let's just put this to the background. And then I'm going to just change these colors around so we have a variation in so it looks a little bit different from like this one, I guess. Let's flip this one as well. And to kind of mask like the bottom here, I think I want to layer some text over here. But for now, what's up, Supercell? How you doing, man? Is this too light? Let me check. Okay, you kind of cannot see it like that. So I think we make this one pop up more often. Oh. And have this flower be like purple. All right. So my next question, can we group these? I think so, right? So select all of them, right click, group. All right, so now we'll just name this illustrations. Sorry. Background shape. Alright. So, okay, the next thing I think I was going to do is some text. So, let's see if we can find something that interests us a little more. The decorated text, I think, is where we'll find something interesting, I think, right? So yeah, this one immediately like seems like something that would work in this type of poster. I think I'll also use that for the thumbnail. So let's just use as the base and see where it goes. Alright, so we have two now. 3, I guess. Okay, so for the text, just doing Dread's Discord like yesterday or something. You should be able to find me. Nice, man. Hope the Discord is enough here. And I'm actually, guys, I know I've been saying this for a long time, but I'm really like planning to do more on the Discord and everything. But I finally like am finishing up a lot of projects, which gives me more time to focus on Dreadlabs more. So I'm really happy to do more live streams, and I really hope to do one every week from now onward. And I want to do larger projects during the live streams, I think. So like design projects that last over multiple streams, so we can have like a really intricate, nice design. Sup, Guaikuru? I hope I pronounced that name correctly. So yeah, let's just see how we can what we can do with this this title. All right, so for the text color, curious what happens if we do this. So the border is okay. That's this one, and the drop shadow is okay. So this doesn't really work in this color, I think. So here you have the detailed 3D shadow. Too dark, maybe, I guess. Kind of want to see what happens if we do like this one. All right, looks dope. But where's the next line though? Should we just duplicate it? Maybe align this to the right so it bends a little bit better, and align this to the left so they... I guess this kind of works. So let's see what we can do here. So apply to this group. Group settings, colors. You can even change the colors on the groups, like with this. It's a nice touch. I don't want that, however. All right, so I kind of think we need something in the middle here. So let's just go to elements and see what we can find. Ooh, these are also really, really cool. Didn't see that yet. 5 florals, what's in there? Also pretty cool, but maybe not something for this poster. What's in the middle here? Usually typography, I think, or the woman. Maybe that's in here or somewhere. I doubt it, but you never know. Ooh, the vintage insects is also really nice. Okay, I want to do like a vintage poster with the insects and like the flowers and stuff like that. Diner. Oh my god, I do love that. Also social media, which is a pretty nice touch, I guess. Let's go back to the flower power one and see. We can use this, but ooh, maybe this one in the background. Put this all the way to the back. Oh, not all the way to the back. All right. Poster for a magic mushroom shop in Amsterdam. Could work, I think, right? Maybe like a mouth in the middle and do like a typography thing here. So we'll just add a headline and then do, I don't know, flower power mushroom store. I don't know. Okay, what is something that they always make love and war? Cooler than a strawberry shake. Woodstock. Okay, okay? We need a wordplay on Woodstock. I don't know. Let's see. Or some hippie reference that we can blend in with Dreadlabs or something. Flower power, field power, hippies. I don't know, man. Hippie labs. Whatever. Okay, so let's browse the fonts used or available in Kittl. Cherry Bomb would probably work. This one would probably also work. Alright. Coiny. Also some nice Y2K fonts in there. It's a nice variety of fonts, I feel like, you know? There's a lot of different styles that you can use with this, but also like there are no fonts in here that may feel how do you say, like not necessary, I guess. That makes sense. We want to use Lobster. I love how the Nero font is in here. It's just the logo of Nero. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a different font. Isn't this called Juniper? Anyways, so spicy rice. No, then I think hippie. Ooh, these two are nice. I do like. Wait. So there's sunshade and sun days. Okay. Let's lower the line height. Let's look into some stylization for the poster. So scroll up. Ooh, I do like the double outline thing. Is that something that we can do? Let's lower the size here. So everything will fit in. Also, funny story. I just lost like one of the largest project file folders of one of my clients today, and I don't know where it went. And I think I accidentally deleted it, but I have no idea when I deleted it. So that's pretty much how a nice way to start my overset text. Wait, isn't that the guy from Instagram? He's here. He's here on Kittl. Anyways, so yeah, that's not the best way to start your weekend, I guess. But I'm just gonna work overtime this weekend and fix all of those working files, I guess. So shading, decoration. So we can do a border, but can we put the border to the outside? Probably should do that this way, right? So let's see. Drop shadow, no blur, or block shadow. Outline width. So this way, if we don't do any offset, we can do this. Okay, nice. Alright, so we can do like this and then change the color of the text to maybe. Can we also fill this in with a gradient? I think so. This is also pretty cool. Okay, maybe too much. Okay, and now we'll go and change the width of the outline a little bit smaller. Okay, so now can we add another shading to this in one way or another? Maybe if you group it. Okay, so you cannot group a single thing, which pretty much makes sense, but I do have an idea for that. So what I'm going to do is just copy and paste this thing, so there's now two of the same layers in between, and and I can just remove like this decoration because this one is in the background. But what I can do is if I make the outline larger and change the color to orange or whatever. Yeah, so now we have two outlines basically. What's up, Cat Bunny? How are you doing? Sorry, even when I look at the chat, my mouth moves away from the mic a little bit, so you cannot hear me properly, I think. I did delete it, I don't know what happened actually. So with the files, so I think what happened is I moved it to my hard drive to save up some space on my laptop, and in the meantime I either merged two folders or replaced one of the folders with the older one, and my time machine didn't work, so sadly. You're ready, you want to go out here? How you doing, man? So how do you keep motivation till you got an income from design? So essentially what worked best for me was I just did a lot of free work back in the day. So just because I really enjoyed it, and I didn't do like an everyday design where I did a half-assed design just to post something every day. I just made sure that before I actually started posting on Instagram or posting anywhere, build a portfolio or whatever, I just started to have fun and making things. And what really helps with that is disconnect yourself from the internet for a while, at least from social media and the pressure of that, and then just do like cool designs, free work, maybe redesign a whole branding of an album that you really like, or you do like I don't know, something like that, you know, something that you just really enjoy doing. And once you have like a couple of those posters, what you can do is send them out, or you know, release a portfolio website or an Instagram page, or however you want to do that. And so what I do is I have this, I did a short YouTube short on this a little while ago. I think it was yesterday or the day before that, but I basically have this link which I use for cold emails, where it's just literally like all of the services that I offer are in here. 3D work, some work for Kirby, a client of mine, some merchandise design that I did, and other services. So basically make it easy to get, this is like kind of similar to a portfolio, but this is just easy for myself to just send out, I guess, to clients. And I also put it in my email signature, so everyone that I email with has a potential to click on that link. But yeah. Yeah, Kebani, I thought I saw these assets in Kittl, and I was like, oh yeah, I do want to make a full like a poster with this, because I do like these very specific aesthetics when doing design. So if it's recent, yeah, the thing is like I cannot find any trace of it. So it used to be like in my computer on under the client file. Yeah, okay, so what I think like looking at your questions about like getting clients, what we're gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna organize a live stream / live event in a bit, not today, but in like the near future. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just review your guys' work first, like, and help you guys with tips to build a portfolio. And I have this like method on how I advise my friends to look for jobs, even not in design, but just like look for jobs in general, looking for stuff that you like doing. And in order to do that, we're gonna firstly build a portfolio together. And we're gonna give everyone feedback and stuff like that. Once you all have your portfolio together, I'm gonna help you all setting up some cold emails, finding some clients, and maybe like have like backtrack constantly and see what you can do differently, or what you can do to make your situation a little bit better. Does that sound like something you guys would be interested in? Because I think that's the way to go compared to going on Fiverr. Anyways, beside all of this, I'm doing well. I'm actually doing really well. I've been focusing a little bit more on myself in the past weeks, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have been a little bit, well, not distant, but yeah, due to some personal issues during the end of 2022, I wasn't like occupied with Dreadlabs a lot, and due to that, it was, I don't know, But I feel a lot more motivated to start working on Dreadlabs again, so I'm really happy to do this live stream and do more and more content for you guys. I even bought some new stuff where I can... Yes, I do. I know that I talked about this a little bit in the past, and I kind of hate making reels and stuff, but I am going back to making Instagram content or short content, but more in a thing that I think is more useful than just doing the pointing thing and stuff, but just like some cool videos that I find interesting, and hopefully you find it interesting too. Thank you so much, Hochi. I really hope I pronounced the name correctly. I think that's probably the worst pronunciation of a name ever in the live stream, so please don't be offended. I am just some stupid Dutch guy who doesn't know how to speak English and pronounce other names properly. Anyways, so let's see if we can outline this a little bit more, because now what we can do is this, and then do... Maybe we should do this first. So we'll have the outline of maybe 25, and we'll do this one. We'll do 50, and then we'll just paste another one behind. And we'll do this one with 75 maybe, and we'll make this one darker again. Wait, which color was it? Ooh, this is also pretty cool, I guess. Maybe this one a little bit less darker, so something like this. Hippie Labs. Okay. Schmerbad Lurple, man. How are you doing, Shores? The biggest problem I have is choosing a design niche. I just love doing all types of... So, if you do that, so what I've been doing recently is I'm slowly but steadily getting back into corporate design from time to time, and just because it pays well, and it's also like, believe me, sometimes it's just fun to do something a little bit less stressful, I guess, than doing like ultimately creating something. So for me, that's it's actually like you can find a niche, but you can also find multiple niches. Which can also like help you. But what I would advise you, like the capability deck thing that I just showed you, this you can just make one for like this specific niche, and then one for another niche. So you can basically find two types of clients, and then send one of these capability decks to client list A, and then to the other one with client list B. And then if you want to build a portfolio website or Instagram, whatever, just make it so that you present yourself as a design freelancer that has quite a wide ratio of specific design styles, I guess. So Hippie Labs. All right. So I think what we're gonna do now is add some paper textures. So this one is a little bit, wait, background color. Oh wait, I was like, okay, let's check out all of the paper textures. Maybe this one, like a damaged one. This really saturates things, so maybe lower the opacity a little bit. So the only downside, I think, of Kittl so far, like at least like for me, well, not downside, but it's something that I would like to see in a future update, I guess, is more blend modes, because there's no screen blend mode, which is a specific blend mode that I really use a lot. So and now we kind of need to release this texture, and now it's a separate like texture layer, and now we can drop in another one, or maybe the same one, and then we'll just do overlay, maybe. Let's see, soft light. All right. But yeah, so illustrations, kind of happy with that. Maybe we'll just lower the opacity a little bit, like that. All right. So we'll save this project up, and we'll call this Flower Power Poster. What's corporate design? Illuminate, please. Okay, so corporate design is basically doing design stuff for. Corporate design is basically doing. I don't want to call it boring, but how you would do a logo for I don't know, maybe like an accountancy agency, or like companies that basically have more. Wait, now that I look at it, I want to have this on top. Basically like companies that don't really value a lot of creativity. For example, if you take a look at my capability deck, there's nothing in here that I don't know, a law firm would actually use as branding. Like what does a law firm need with a flaming skull with golden teeth, or like stuff like that. So a law firm branding is what I call a lot more corporate, and this is more in the creative industry, in the creative field based. For example, a DJ would like to have a poster like this maybe, or a clothing brand or whatever, So that's it's kind of like, it's kind of boring, if that makes sense. I don't actually think it's boring, because you can really do a lot of cool creative stuff with that as well, but it's just its own style, and it is a little bit more minimal, I guess, is what you can call it. Anyways, that's something to consider. So yeah, flower power poster, autosave 1 minute ago. Okay, so let's just do another one. If you want to download the poster, you can just download it here, and you can also download it as a PDF so you can print it. Do you ever show some of your corporate work? I've only ever seen your Dreadlabs NFT stuff. So the last time I really did a lot of corporate work was probably like when I was 19 or 20. So that's 7 years ago now, I think. And then I started really focusing more on the creative field. But now I'm kind of like changing back a little bit. So what I'm working on right now is a website for a consultancy agency, I guess, as well as it's not finished yet, but I might start working on the cover for an educational book and doing the whole markup of the whole book. Thanks guys. So again, so something that I probably should have said before I start this live stream, but I hope it's pretty apparent. This live stream is actually sponsored by Kittl. They asked me to showcase their product for you guys, and I think it's just I usually only work with sponsored stuff if I think it's something that you guys might be interested in. And of course, incidentally, it helps Dreadlabs keep up the weekly content, because thanks to Kittl, I'm actually able to give you guys free videos on a weekly basis as well. Because otherwise I wouldn't be making enough to work on Dreadlabs full time. So a big shout out to Kittl, and if you want to check it out, there's a link down in the description. I think it's a really useful design tool, and I think it's really nice that it's browser based. So yeah, I thought it might be just a useful thing to show you guys in a live stream. So let's do another A4 format, and we'll do 300 dpi so we can print it if we want to. And let's see, because there were, not the textures. Also, yeah, you can also, by the way, drop in pattern textures, I think. So if you wait, where's the texture? Oh wait, let's do normal. Can we change the color of this? Or is it only, okay, so it's only, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, because if we do it like this, really lower the opacity. Ooh, it looks like these old ass what are they called? I don't know, like the paper that old people have on their walls. I'm not sure what it's called in English, I guess. Anyways, while we look at this, let's just go to elements, and under the illustrations there's so much cool stuff. So there's actually almost 10,000 assets to choose from under the illustrations alone. But yeah, the vintage flowers, I absolutely love these. Oh my god. I wish I could paint like this. I'm just gonna drag all of these in and just have a look at them. So there's also like this vintage botanics thing, which I want to take a look at, because it has mushrooms, and well, I'm not gonna say I like mushrooms, but I like mushrooms. I like looking at illustrations and drawings and photos of mushrooms. Oh, it's just called wallpaper. I'm an idiot. So we have the vintage insects. I do like there's already like texture in here, so these are probably scanned from like an old book or something. But let me see what kind of are there. Oh, I hope there's like beetles and stuff. Yes. Oh, this one's a little bit small, I think. I don't need to scale this up too large. Gives me Animal Crossing. Can you not? Well, what's this thing? Are those its legs? Yo, is this an actual? It looks like what? No, these aren't its legs. I'm pretty sure that this is like fake, right? I'm gonna look this up. Beetle with absurdly long forelegs. Okay, so yeah, you get like the scorpion thing, I think. Yeah, these are like I'm not sure what they are called again, but so yeah, I'm pretty sure this like these are just another beetle's feet or something, right? 4 legs. I don't know, this doesn't look like it's supposed to be. It looks like this the body should have been turned around or something. Yeah, he's breaking some ankles for sure. Or he's breaking his own ankles. Okay, so we also had the vintage botanics, I think, which I really like looking at, and not because they're mushrooms, but I do like them. Okay, I'm just dragging in stuff. I'm not even like doing. I'm not even adding anything to the design, but. So okay, and then I want to kind of see if there's like some text that would fit in with this, but I guess maybe the vintage ones, but I'm not a fan of those. This is pretty much like a corporate logo for like a barbershop or like a bakery. So I'm not really like touching that, I think. That's not my thing. But that's what I like about Kittl as well. Like if you go through the elements, it's just they have like these really specific styled elements, as you can see, and they're also like filtered, so which is also really nice. And they keeping up with trends. For example, you can see like you know, like the Y2K styled images, which work really well. And those are obviously still trending, I think, right? But yeah, there's like a lot going on here, and that's when I was doing the first video for Kittl. I just saw like these flower power things, and I just really like those. So I wanted to do this live stream where I did another one like those. And what we can do maybe next time is I want to do a composition of a punk poster, like looking at these things, and maybe even like there's also like tattoo illustrations or tattoo styled illustrations. Here, animal heads and the hand drawn ornaments or flowers, sorry. And see if you can do like a punk poster with that, and then just like at the very end drop them into Photoshop and see if you can do like a photocopy text effect on them. Just to show you that there's also a synergy between different types of software. I think, you know, like you don't necessarily have to do everything in a certain piece of software, and combining those is probably the way to go, because that just makes you have like a little bit more that way you can make your stuff look more unique, and also make something that not everyone can make if you start combining different types of software. That's also why I think it's really important to also know a little bit about 3D, hand lettering, illustration, stuff like that. Once you get like a little bit of hang of all of those and sort of combining them, that's when you get like authenticity, I think. So Subburning Sun, how are you doing, man? If you made a poster, would it be okay to sell commercially? For Kittl, you mean? Or because I have to kind of look that up, actually. What's your opinion on designers using psychedelics to increase creativity? Do you like shrooms? I think they're dope. So I've never really done any drugs that will make me hallucinate and stuff like that. So because I'm kind of like, that's not my thing. I'm a little bit scared that I lose control over what I can perceive and what I can do, which is like why I don't really want to try it. But I do like so what I really like about like creating in general, whether it's music, drawing, painting, whatever, is that there's also always a certain process, and that's also why I really like mixed media, that you can use that to manipulate your process in a certain way. So for example, if I would, the normal process would be me just opening up Kittl or Photoshop or whatever and start designing a poster. And when you alter yourself in a way where you will see different things, or, you know, would do different things or in a different way, you kind of like mix up the process for a little bit. But that doesn't necessarily have to be use drugs or whatever. But for example, what happens if you make a design where you have like a color filtered glasses on, where you cannot see certain colors or something, or you know, another thing in mixed media is, for example, what if halfway through you print out your design on a printer and then scan it back in and then start continuing on the design, you know? Or what if you are drawing and all of a sudden you stop drawing with a pencil, but you start drawing in with like a certain different type of pen or smudge stick or whatever, you know? So in terms of like mixing up your process as a creator, I really do like it, but in terms of using drugs, that's not for me. So yeah, but you know, to each their own, I guess, but not really my thing. I don't really feel like finishing up this poster, so I'm just gonna go and open up the other one that I did, so we can take a look at that. So if you have any more questions, yeah, that makes sense, Supercell. So Kittl is actually a web-based tool to make designs in, and it comes with a lot of pre-made assets such as illustrations, vector-based imaging, but also a lot of template files, and essentially you can just create stuff inside Kittl without the need to download any software or download any asset packs, which is really convenient. So the way I would use it, for example, is in order to quickly create prompts or base artworks, and then I would probably like work those out further in other software, because it's a little bit limiting. But if you're fairly new and you don't want to buy like lots of asset packs and stuff like that, I think Kittl is the way for you. So yeah, basically I just like, for example, AI or, you know, asset packs, I just use this as a tool to extend or broaden my my arsenal, I guess. Sup Animal Love, how are you doing? Greetings from the Netherlands, man. But yeah, I was wondering if you guys have any questions regarding the feedback streams, because that's something that I've been planning for a long time. If there are people in the chat right now that want to learn more about how to get more clients over the internet, how to start building your portfolio, and how to actually start a serious career, I think what a good way to do is if you join the Discord right now. And what we're gonna do is in the general chat, I'm gonna make a new channel, and I'm gonna call that channel portfolio study group. No, portfolio workshop. And so it's under the general chat right now. Again, I'm gonna just type out the Discord in the chat, but it's also in the description. And I'm just gonna like drop in. Just gonna show you the Discord. And Silver Noise already dropped in an image. Okay, so the idea here is if you just, I'm gonna just delete your image for a second, Silver Noise. I'm gonna say, okay, drop in your name, plus portfolio link here, and we'll start the reviewing process next week. So for next week, I'm gonna create a schedule. I'm gonna review all of the portfolios in here together. So if you want to see what I think of your portfolio, and people can like talk, give each other feedback as well. We're gonna tune in to that live stream. Probably gonna join in on the Discord as well to like talk it through. And if you cannot be there, can be there in time, you can always watch the live stream back, of course. And the Instagram portfolio does count. It's just however you wanna show yourself on the internet. Yeah, depending on what kind of clients and stuff you want to land, we're just gonna talk all of those things through in the coming live stream, and I'm gonna just drop in the schedule for that next week somewhere. So yeah, if you want to join in, if you want to reach more clients, if you want to reach actual clients and not resort to stuff like Fiverr, do join the Discord. Do send your Instagram link here in this portfolio workshop channel, and then we'll get to that next week somewhere, because I feel like a lot of people can actually benefit from this. I'm also going to do an Instagram story later to just explain what this is. But yeah, for now, basically what I'm planning to do is the first stream I'm going to review everyone's portfolio, see if it's appealing enough, you know, talk about a little bit about what types of portfolios work, what kind of content actually will work, and based on that, okay, so based on that, we're gonna do like a next thing. So we're gonna use those links and use the feedback that you apply to your portfolio, and we're gonna see, okay, how will we send this to clients? How are we gonna find potential clients that work for you specifically? So if you are looking to get to work with smaller musicians or larger musicians and stuff like that, yeah, that's what we're gonna be focusing on. So thanks, George, for cleaning up the channel. So yeah, that's essentially, if you want to learn more about that, please do leave your name with your portfolio link in that channel, and then we're going to review all of those in the live stream next week. One more look at this. So essentially this poster has been made with only Kittl assets in a matter of maybe 20-30 minutes or something. So that's also like fairly easy to do. So I think that's what we're going to do today. We're going to head off, and I'm going to try to I'm gonna really try to fix that folder for my client that I lost. And so yeah, if you want to get Kittl for yourself, there's a link down in the description. I highly suggest you're gonna check it out. With all of that being said, this is Tom from Dreadlabs tuning out. Yeah, is there still something that I want to plug or want to say? Not sure. Kind of forwarding out right now. Anyways, I wish you guys a very nice weekend. And yeah, if you want to have help with your coming design portfolio, please join the Discord. Check out that channel, drop in your name and your link, and then we're gonna work and get you some new clients, hopefully. With all of that being said, this was Tom from Dreadlabs tuning out, and hopefully see you guys next week somewhere. Bye bye.